Another very warm welcome to you on the other side of the screen. This is Nee B Flat Earth with another upload entitled The Flat Earth Nile. Now 75% of the human brain is water and 75% of a living tree is water. Around 72% of the Earth's surface is water covered, and the oceans hold around 97% of all the Earth's water. So there is a lot of it out there, people. Now nearly 97% of the world's water is salty or otherwise undrinkable, and another 2% is locked in ice caps and glaciers that leaves just that 1% for all of humanity's needs. Now water is part of a deeply interconnected system. What we pour on the ground ends up in our water. What we spew into the sky ends up in our water. Now the longest river on the plain is the Nile River. This flows into the Mediterranean Sea. The largest source of the Nile is Lake Victoria, and the Nile has the length of around 4,258 statute miles of flat, stationary water. Now, according to space.com, they state that the radius of Earth at the equator is 3,963 miles. And according to NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, Earth is not quite a sphere, they say. The planet's rotation causes it to bulge at the equator, so Earth's polar radius is around 3,949 miles, which is a difference of around 14 miles. So using those measurements, the equatorial circumference of Earth is about 24,900 miles. However, from pole to pole, the meridial circumference of Earth is only 24,812 miles. Now, let's put that to the test, people. Because if the Nile is measured at 4,258 miles, and using the measurements the spherical Earth demands that we must do, then the Nile, people, has 1,847 miles of hypothetical curved water. And does it? Well, no, because water is always level. Now, Earth was so-called measured by Eratosthenes many moons ago. But did you know, people, that his calculations also work on the flat Earth as well? Because the Earth was flat for a start. Now, the shape caused by flattening at the poles is what is known as the oblate spheroid, yet all so-called real pictures of Earth are ball-shaped. So I ask you, very calmly, why is this? Does the Helio Gang have the answer to this? If it's an oblate spheroid, then why do they shape it as a sphere? Why have NASA been caught using optical illusions and camera trickery only in low Earth orbit to create a disingenuous picture of our ball? This must be total nonsense. It's preposterous, because it can't be both, people, can it? But there is a third option, which is my favourite one, and that's because they know it's flat. And remember, back in 1969, they didn't think that it was chubbier at the poles, and certainly not an oblate spheroid. They needed a ball, and fast. Now, water typically flows downhill, not uphill, but apparently water can flow uphill, as can a puddle of water if it's moving up a dry paper towel dipped in it. Well, of course that will rise up that paper towel. We can observe that, can't we? But there isn't a giant paper towel in the Nile is there? And even more curiously, they actually say now from 2017, Antarctica actually has a river that flows uphill underneath one of its ice sheets. So in order for us to really verify that claim, people, we would have to pop on some rather snuggly woolies and book one of these controlled flights to the chill. Well, water always stays level. And a few more experiments that are out there for your perusal, if you're interested, are the Bishop experiments and Bedford level in recent times. Professor Mark Fonstead of Southwest Texas University demonstrates that Kansas is flatter than a pancake. Thomas Winship conducts numerous experiments in his work Zetetic Cosmogony. Samuel Burley Rowbotham, aka Parallax, people. His work on the Bedford Canal and other British locations in his work Earth is Not a Globe, which demonstrates a flat Earth conclusively. In 100 Proofs the Earth is Not a Globe by William Carpenter, there are a number of referenced experiments which demonstrate the Earth's non-globularity. There are referenced experiments in the book Terra Firma by David Warlow Scott, and of course Mr. DeBay's 200 Proofs, and your mince pies, your eyes. And another fact for you people. Remember, surveyors, engineers, architects, they never factor in any such curvature method to any of their projects, nor is the curvature taught in any classroom or lecture hall anywhere on this plane Earth, as it is impossible to do so when you look at the natural phenomenon of the lakes and the rivers of the plane Earth. They are flat and level because so is the Earth. Thanks for watching. Hit the sub and knots if you're new. You stay safe, speak soon, and take care. Thanks for watching.